Well, man cavers, you catch me in the van, and I have just been and picked up the injector and a new injector pipe for the Deutz. These are the lovely people that fixed it up for me. So yes, if you have any diesel issues and you're local to Norfolk, or even if you're not, speak to these guys, really friendly. And look, he's made a lovely job of putting a brand new nozzle in the Deutz injector and doing the test and calibrating and making me up a new diesel pipe, because as you guys know, my end was knackered. Right, I think we need to be getting back to Man Cave HQ to get this injector in and see if this Deutz will run. It'll be about 45 minutes for me, it'll be about 45 seconds for you. Right, homewards we go. Ah! Welcome to the Man Cave. Let the games begin. Right, man cavers, as promised, we are back with our reconditioned injector. She's had new nozzle in there, a whole new nozzle, all been calibrated in its little vacuum bag. So yes, that's all ready to go back in. This old diesel pipe, you've just seen the video of this diesel pipe, and this one with the olives not working. So I got a new one made up. So we need to bend this pipe the same as this one, and then we can be getting him back on the engine and hope I've measured this damn thing right. Because I've measured this, I think, at 23.5 inches. Let's see if I've got my measurements right or not. So, how are we going to bend this? I reckon I've got to get a paint pen here, and I reckon I've got to put a mark where the bend starts on this old pipe. So the bend starts about here, look, and finishes, oh, somewhere about here. So we want to bend between these two marks, which is really a right angle. Now, I ain't going to go in by voice. Let's see if we can bend him by hand. So we want to bend sort of here. Oh, that's bending. He said that'll bend easy enough. There you go. We ought to go. How are we doing? Do we want? Whoops, that's easy. Do we want to go a little bit more? Right, I think this bend needs to come a little bit closer. Let me just get that in the voice. Alright. I think we're about right there. So that should go, yeah, pretty much round our pipe. Now we want another bend here, which comes this way. So that's like flat. So let's get this in the vise gently, if we can do gently in the vise. Right, so we're in the vise gently. There's our pipe, so we want to come this way a bit. So I reckon we've got to keep bending this round here. There you go, how's that look? Now we want another bend. We want another bend which starts here and comes upwards. So we've now got to come up. Right, so let me get this round here in the vise. Right, now let me get this right. This one needs to come There we go. So this bend needs to come upwards. Oh, ah. So let's try this. Ah, right, there we go. So now that can come towards us, can't it? There we go. We can now come up here towards us, like so. And then that should bend round onto the injector. There we go. Now we want this one there. We want quite a sharp bend in there. So that's got to come. Alright, let's get her in the vise somehow. Right, now let's offer this in and see how we're got to come. So we're about here. So we've got to bend upwards. And I think we shouldn't be too far away, boys. Right. Let's have a look and see where our pipe is. That should be quite close. I'm sure once that's on the engine I can manipulate it a bit more. Right, so here's our old pipe. And here is our new pipe. That isn't far out, is it? I think we can manipulate it from there to get it to fit. Let's get outside, get this on the engine, but first thing I'm going to do, I'm sure this pipe is clinically clean inside, I'm sure of that, but I just want to blow it through with an airline before we go doing a lot of blowing. There we go. So that's took the hermetically sealed end off. There we go, that's got our ends off. We will just blow some compressed air through this pipe. There you go. Just blow any crap out of it. We'll plonk these ends back on while I feed that under the engine, just to keep any crap out. Because the last thing we want is crap in our diesel pipe. I just wanted to blow it out. Right, let's get back around the engine, get these back in. Right, let's get our pipe. Let's get our pipe back on the engine. Then we can get some fuel through this pipe. There we go. Oh yes, we're lining up so far. So we'll get this pipe back on this engine. There we go. Alright, we'll just nip it a little this end. We aren't going to go full hog with it. Not at the minute. Alright. So we might have to do some manipulating to get this injector to fit on there. So I think what we're going to do now, before I put that injector in, I just want to spin that over to blow anything out of that cylinder. Where's my handle? Here's my handle. Let's turn her over. There we go. Perfect. Right, let's get our injector in. Right, let's get him in. There we go. So there's no sealing ring in there. That all seems that's all very clean. Excellent. Let's get him in. We've got our new copper gasket on there. There we go. Alright, let's get him in. Get him on. Our bar is already in. Washer on. Nut on. So we'll get that pipe on before we tighten this injector down, so we can still turn it side to side, you know what I mean? Because we might have to do a bit of manipulating to get that to fit. I think that's going to go on there just fine. So let's get our end off. Now what I'm going to do is I just want to get diesel out of this pipe before I go connecting it to the injector. That'll make sure that's sort of bled out. Right, here we go. So if you remember, we've got to turn our tap on and we've got to hold down this diesel primer, haven't we? And that should, there you go, diesel's instantly coming, look. There we go, there's air coming out. I can't see any air bubbles coming out of there, so I think she's good to go, mate. There we go. Alright, let's get this end off. And then we can be getting our injector on. So let's get our pipe in here. Look at that. Goes straight on. So now everything's there, we can now be tightening everything down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten down this injector pipe this end. This is a different, the fitting's the same size, but the spanner size is different from this to the old one. I think that's a 17mm. Well, that old one was a 19. Let me get a 17. Alright, here we go. Let's just get them tightened down a little. I think that one's alright. I think that one's alright. Let's get our injector tightened up now. Alright, I need to get the torque wrench. So I think last time I did these to about 120 Newton meters. So let's get the torque wrench and just torque that injector up. Alright, here we go. Let's get this torque down to 120. There we go. There you go. We're about there. Let's get our little leak off pipe back on without losing the little copper washer. There we are. Little copper washer that side. And let's guide him down. Whoops, a daisy. Let's guide him down. Let's take 2 on that. There we go. There is our leak off pipe. Let's just tighten him. There we are. Right. Now I think we need to slacken this again and bleed this up. So what I'm going to do is turn it over by hand, or turn it over with the handle, should I say, and see if we get any diesel out of there. Whoops, hang on, let me push that valve in by hand a bit. There you go. Oh, there you go. Alright, we're starting to spit diesel. So I think once she's done, we should have, let's just tighten this other one up. There we go. Ah, there's our diesel filter. I was looking for a diesel filter. There's one right underneath the pump. There's a little block. That will be it. We were looking for that, and there it is. Right, well, let's give everything a wipe, and I think now we can spin her over and see if we've got any form of, we should have a nice distinct creak out of the injector. So I'm going to hold it decompressed again with my finger. Oh, we've still got a leak at that pipe, look. Why is that? We've still got a high pressure leak on that pipe. Now look. Well, that's a bugger. The old pipe was leaking just the same, look. Why have we got a leak on this pipe still? I don't want to over tighten this damn pipe. That's a new one. She's still dripping. And I can't see any reason why it is. Nothing's damaged. I'm sure if it was, that would have been sorted. That's threading on there nicely. Give her a bit more. Alright, now let's have a go. Aha! There we go. Alright, we ain't got a leak now. I think, guys, we are ready to see if this old bugger will start, you know. Let's see if we've got a nice, any sort of creak out of the injector now. We may not have. I think we need to get a tablet in here and see if we can get some noise out of this puppy. Tell you what we will do. We will check the air filter. There we go. We've got an air filter there. Smells very sooty. So for now, we're going to leave that out till I wash that in petrol. Alright, let's see if we can get a starting capsule in here. There we go, he's pushed in. There we go. Right, I think we can see if this old girl will start. What do you reckon, guys? Do you reckon we're going to get any fire out of her? We might have to do a bit more bleeding yet, really not sure, but we're not going to know till we try, are we? So I'll make sure this camera is still recording. And it is. Right. Let's see if the old puppy will fire into life. Here we go. Go on. Go on. Oh. We had a puff. Let's get another one in here. There we go. I see we've still got some smoke coming out of the exhaust. Right. Let's go for another start here. See how we get on. Go on. Oh. That was close, wasn't it? We had a defined pop. Right, third try lucky. In we go with another tablet. And we'll see how we get on now. Alright, we're decompressed. Come on, baby. Oh! I'm just putting this down to maybe she's not fully bled yet. There we go. They're decompressed. Go on. Oh. That was close again, wasn't it? That was extremely close. And take 5, I think this is. Right. Now let's have a go. I'm going to crank it for a bit first. Alright, let's go. Go on. Go on. Oh. Right, here we go again. We're going to get this girl, aren't we? That we are. Oh. You awkward little so-and-so. Let's have another go. So I'm hoping that's just because she's not quite bled up. Go on. There we go. I think we're away. We got a bit of detonation. Go on, girl. Go on. Well, she ran. she ran. But she didn't keep going. But it's certainly a development. Right, let me have a fiddle, and we're going to end this video here. You have seen the Deutz running. So, why she stopped, I don't know, but she did fire into life, didn't she? Marvellous. We had a couple of nice diesel clunks at the front there. So, yes, I think we're going to be doing all right. Let's see if that Zunfix thing has burnt right away this time. It has, look, now that's been running, that's burnt right away. Excellent. Shall we give her just one more go? Let's give her one more go and see what's going on. See if we can get any more life out of there. I didn't see any smoke coming out of there because I was wondering we was losing compression out of that port. But I don't think we are. So there you go. Let's get her decompressed again and we'll have one more go. Come on, girl. She's away now. You've got to turn that lever halfway. She is away. She got a bit of knock on it. I wonder if she's over fueling just a tad. Maybe Peter's watching this and he can shed some light on this. Because that's meant to be in the stop position where it is. And as you can see, in the stop position, she's running all right for smoking. We've got some lovely diesel knock in that head. I say that ain't knock in the back end, that is diesel knock up in the head. I'm wondering if our pump's over fueling a little, maybe that can be adjusted. And that should get rid of all that smoke. But she is going. The Deutz is running. So she started to run away on us there, so. She's definitely got a diesel knock up in that head. Yeah, that's not in the bottom end, that's definitely up this end. Let's shut her down. car down. We got a little leak on the end of that injector, look. Wow, there we go. She runs. The Deutz is alive. Deutz. Sorry, I gotta call it a Deutz, not a Deutz. The Deutz is alive. Right, we started to run away a bit. Maybe I didn't have this pump in the right position, but from what I've seen, that's on, that's off, that one's decompressed behind that push rod. But she was running nicely in the off position. So maybe this pump need adjusting. What's all this on here? Look, we've got this threaded nut here, which don't appear to do anything. Maybe that wind in and out and control the fuel flow. It also looks like this one up here has been altered, because the threads are a different colour up the top to down the bottom. Nothing to do with me. I haven't altered any of these settings. So yeah, I think we need to have a look at what's going on here, because that is quite loose. And should it be loose? I'm wondering if this needs slackening off and screwing in, which will pull this out further. Yeah, because when you pull it that far, that's running, and there is off. So when you have this out, I'm wondering if that's your throttle control. If anyone can let me know if this is the throttle control, or if that's a I assume this one's governor. Really not sure. But there you go. The Deutz runs. Aha! Didn't want to run her for long, we ain't got no water in there. So she's been running for a bit. Oh yeah, she ain't even started to get hot yet, so no, she's alright. Right, that is it, man cavers. The Deutz libs. I think I can have a celebratory John Smith's. Right, that is it for this video. This weekend, Man Cave is at Worcester Festival. So's Mrs. Man Cave. We're both going to be there. There you go. When we get done, we will have a video of Worcester as well. Right, that's it. Bye-bye for now, guys. Aha! Deutz.